Greg, you're returning now, or you're actually back on the air with The Family Man, and twice a week. Actually shocking. I can't believe it. Is this back now permanently throughout the whole season?
No, it's right now on for a 6-week period, twice a week, to make sure that everybody gets a chance to see it, or to make sure that they can't avoid it. I'm not sure which, but hopefully everyone will get a chance to see it, and that's the idea, I think, is to make sure that it gets sampled, because they found in their testing that people who see the show like it and will look for it. So
it's actually a very charming show. Now, you have the storyline, I guess, is you and your family. You're a solo father.
Right.
And you've got Al Molinaro as a co-star, and, tell me about the characters.
Well, Al Molinaro plays Grandpa, my recently deceased wife's father, and he at the beginning of the episodes, he had just arrived and was helping to sort of negotiate the raising of these 4 children of mine. I'm a firefighter who spends long hours at the fire station, and then I'm off for long periods of time. I'm trying to be mom and dad to my kids, and I'm making a bad go of it. I'm stumbling over my own feet a lot. And the kids are very funny and interesting and different from each other. Kids that we've seen in real life. The oldest child is the oldest boy, who's 17, is a typical oldest boy. He's very serious and very responsible and mature, and has very little sense of humor about the childlike joking that's done in our house with the other kids. I have a middle child, another son, who's real goofy and carefree and is always getting into trouble. A 13-year-old boy who's very serious and troubled, about misses his mom and is high stress, always putting pressure on himself to perform and to be good in things. And I have a 7-year-old daughter who's just adorable and wonderful and sort of is the woman of the house now.
Now, I had read that this year that they're planning to stop mentioning your deceased wife a lot and actually have you start dating again.
Yeah, they've by the end of the season they had me, meeting women that were interested in me and that I was actually starting to have a little interest in myself.
What do you think appeals to viewers of this sitcom? Is this the ordinary sitcom, or do you think it's different?
I think it's different in the sense that it's very reality-based. It doesn't compromise the jokes. It doesn't compromise reality for the sake of the jokes. It's interesting people, people that we can relate to, but that we can be surprised by. It's not just silliness. And I know that those shows do well sometimes, just plain out silly shows, that pay no attention to logic or any kind of reality. But I don't like to watch them. And they're not the shows I want to be in. They're not the shows I want to watch. This is the kind of show I want to see, and so it's the kind of show I want to be in.
Now, you also chose it. I mean, this is really sort of a stretch from Trapper John. It's not drama anymore. It's comedy for you personally.
Mm-hmm.
Why the move?
Well, I've done a lot of comedy over the years on stage. I've done some in films. I guess I wanted to do a series that had some laughs in it, and I like the idea of rehearsing all week. I like the idea of performing in front of a live audience. I'd never done a 3-camera show before, and I thought that would be an interesting experience, and I might learn something there. And I like the hours. I have a family of my own. I have 4 kids. I wanted to spend time with my children. I wanted to see them in the morning, and I wanted to see them in the evening, and I wanted them to know who their dad was. 5 weekdays, and then on weekends spend a lot of time with them. And the hours, the business, the banker's hours of a sitcom allow that.
Talking about your career just for one other moment, do you think that you might ever come back to maybe a TV movie reunion for Trapper John or something like that?
People have asked me about it, but nobody who's in a position to make that happen. I don't know. I suppose anything's possible. It doesn't interest me much at the moment.
What would make you watch this show? If you were turning the TV past the channel, what would appeal to you?
Well, what I was just explaining to you before, that it makes sense, it's real, there's a lot of reality and truth in it, and at the same time that I'm laughing, I'm also relating to things. It's not just push me back in my chair and perform for me kind of humor, It's the kind of thing that I can go, oh yeah, I've been there, I understand that, oh, that's true, I've seen that happen. Those kind of situations.
Also, you're one of the actors who plays your son, one of your sons, Scott Wenger, or how's it pronounced?
Wenger.
Scott Wenger. Is he going to be the sort of the next Kirk Cameron type character?
Who knows? Breakout character. Yeah, he's really talented. He's very funny. Got a lot of charisma. He could very easily do that.
For my final question, where would you take this show in 3 years? What changes would you do? Where would you move the characters?
I don't know. I'm not looking that far down the line. You know, I'm just thrilled to be back on the air right now. Things will develop, but partly you're just along for the ride. If you start trying to drive the car, I think you miss out on a lot of interesting places that you would go if you just sort of let the car drive itself.
I appreciate the time you spent with us.
You bet.
Real quick, if I can get you to do a quick promo, because we've only got about 30 seconds left. Just for you to say hi, this is Gregory Harrison. I'm starring The Family Man now on CBS 2 times a week. Join me when I talk to Barry Blake on Inside Entertainment. And you can phrase it any way you want.
Who?
Barry Blake, Inside Entertainment are your 2 key names, and promote Family Man.
Okay.
And phrase it any way you want and at your leisure.
Hi, I'm Gregory Harrison. Join me when I talk to Barry Blake on Inside Entertainment.
Perfect. Thanks again for the time.